Hey guys, welcome back to Starry Eyes. I'm your host Maxine, and I talk about everything under the stars on this channel. So today I have another pick a card reading for you, and this one is in regards to the upcoming Jupiter and Capricorn season. And so I have 8 piles, and what I want you to do right now is to close your eyes, breathe in, breathe out, think of a number from 1 to 8, open your eyes, and now let's get started. So for those who picked pile 1, you guys got light. So this Jupiter season is going to be lighter than the last, lighter than Jupiter and Sagittarius. I feel like you guys are going to be in a better place emotionally. Yeah, the Chariot. Self-awareness. So you've learned so much about yourself while Jupiter was in Sagittarius. You may have had Jupiter moving through your chart like through the 12th house, and now Jupiter is going to be moving through your 1st house. So this pile, you guys might have Capricorn in the 1st house, or you might have a lot of Capricorn in your chart, but you are going to be a lot more open to understanding other people and listening to people. I feel like in the past you've been very self-focused and very ego-based, and now since that Jupiter and Sagittarius transit, your mind has opened, your heart has opened as well. So your next card is the Sun. Once again, I just feel light, happy energy from this pile. You're in a better place. Priorities. This is another reason that you're in a better place, is because you understand what you need to put your attention on, what you need to focus on, and what you don't need to focus on. Surrender obsessive thinking. So this is going to be the lesson under this Jupiter season, under this Jupiter transit: surrendering to obsessive thinking, letting go of past mistakes and moving forward. With Chariot being your first card, that's the perfect lesson. Delegate to God. Also, you are going to become more spiritual under this transit. I feel like you will be focusing more on spirit, working with spirit, listening to what your spirit guides and angels are telling you. You might even decide to go to church or start taking up meditation, going to, like, I see like a temple, or start getting into yoga. Just taking better care of your mind, body, and spirit is what I'm getting. And your last card is the crystal you should work with, you should carry with, even wear. And it's Amazonite, and it is tied to the heart chakra. It's tied to healing any past pain and trauma. So this is the perfect stone for you, and you can find it pretty much anywhere. So now we're moving on to pile 2. And you guys got look. So for many of you, I feel like Jupiter in Capricorn is going to push you to change up your look in some way. The Wheel of Fortune, destiny. I just feel like you're going to be jumping into many activities, many adventures. You're going to be saying yes to pretty much any invitation that comes to you. The Sweat Lodge. I also feel like you're going to be shedding weight, and it could be emotional weight, but I also feel physical weight, which goes back to the look. So I'm also getting detachment. And what I'm starting to realize from this pile with this detachment and then the Sweat Lodge, you really are going to be focusing on letting go of the past, removing roadblocks, and I feel like you're going to stop looking back and stop wishing for something to come back into your life, and you're going to just keep moving forward on your path. You're letting go. I feel that. Surrender resentments. That's exactly what you're going to be doing, and that's exactly what you've already started to do. Dig deeper. I feel like you're going to be pushing yourself to the limit, because I feel like with that Wheel of Fortune, and like I said, you're going to be saying yes to all these invitations and activities and social gatherings. I feel like in the past you've held yourself back from that, and you've held yourself back also in your career because you were afraid of the unknown. But this Capricorn, Jupiter and Capricorn season, you are the total opposite. You are just jumping into it. You know, don't care what other people think. You're just gonna do it, and that's awesome. So your final message is lapis lazuli, and this is a crystal, and I call it the grandmother stone, the grandmother crystal, because it's tied to wisdom, it's tied to working with your guides. I also feel like somebody's grandmother might send them a message, or might be around them during Jupiter and Capricorn, like a grandmother that's passed on. They're going to be sending you messages throughout that, and I just feel like you're going to be speaking up more, and you're gonna become a lot wiser after this Jupiter and Capricorn transit. And this crystal you can find pretty much anywhere, any metaphysical shop. You can find jewelry, and yeah, I'm excited for you guys. So now we're moving on to pile 3, and you guys got move. So this Jupiter and Capricorn season is going to be about shifts and changes and moving on from one state to the next. And it could literally even be physically moving on from one place to the next. Oh, wow. Okay. So then you guys got 2 of Cups and Page of Cups. And what I'm getting from these cards is that you may be solidifying a relationship under the Jupiter and Capricorn energy. I feel like many of you may even decide to move in with a partner. You guys may decide to buy a home together, even start a family together. But whatever happens will be beautiful. It's part of, you know, this Jupiter plan. So follow that adventure is what I'm getting, because I feel like whatever coupling, whatever pairing, whatever situation you're in is full of like a playful energy. It's full of life. It's very childlike. I feel like you guys have a great friendship. The moon. And so what I'm getting is that whenever the moon is transiting in Capricorn, and whenever it conjuncts that Jupiter in Capricorn, you are going to notice a shift happening in your relationship. Gratitude. So during this Jupiter and Capricorn season, I feel like you need to get a journal and start a gratitude journal, and I feel like you need to write down what you're grateful for, write down all your blessings, and maybe even just journaling everything, not just your blessings, but also the not so great moments that happen. I feel like you need a release, and Jupiter and Capricorn is going to push you to write. So your next card is surrender to the beauty of the natural world. So you're going to want to spend more time in nature during this transit. I feel like you're going to go camping more, hiking, all of that. Create can-do kids. Okay, so yeah, I'm feeling like if you're not just committing to somebody, if you're already in a commitment, then children is very well the next step in this connection. I feel like Jupiter and Capricorn is signaling to a pregnancy within your relationship. And your last card is lepidolite, and this crystal is the crystal you should carry around, you should wear. I feel like you can't really find that much when it comes to jewelry, but you can definitely find this in metaphysical shops and crystal shops. And this crystal, this stone, is one of peace. It calms people who suffer from anxiety as well as depression. It's a great mood stabilizer. So now we're moving on to pile 4. And what you guys got is career. So Jupiter and Capricorn is going to be putting a spotlight on your career. I feel like you're going to be rising and rising. You're going to be getting a lot of job opportunities during this transit. Yep, Tower, positive change. So a positive change is coming to your career life. It's coming to your finances. The Beloved. I also feel like positive change is coming to your love life, especially for those that are single and pick this pile. Next is self-love. Wow, two hearts. So not only will you be loving someone else, you'll be showering love on yourself, which is beautiful, which is necessary. Next is surrender to your soul's path. I feel like you are becoming more open and you're going with the flow more, is what I'm getting. I feel like those that pick this pile might even be a Capricorn, and you're becoming more fluid, and you will continue becoming more fluid and confident in your intuition while Jupiter is in Capricorn. Let the child out. Yeah, I just keep getting that this is going to be you. You're going to be dancing more, enjoying yourself, loving more, opening up that heart, opening up your energy to the possibilities out there in this world. And your final card is turquoise, which is also kind of like a Jupiter stone. And this one is tied to travel, and it's also tied to protection. And what I'm getting is that I feel like you're going to be traveling more for work. You're going to be getting some opportunity that is away from your home. You need to say yes to it. You need to carry this on your trips, and you also need to wear it. So now we're moving on to pile 5. And wow, okay, pile 5, you guys got baby. So if you are not, ready for a child to come into the mix, then this baby energy is tied to your projects and your career. Yep. Stability. Next is the owl. I feel like you are going to be getting some great advice at some point during this Jupiter and Capricorn transit, and it's going to be about career. And I feel like you know what? You're going to get a mentor. That's who this owl is. You're going to get a mentor under this Jupiter and Capricorn transit. Next is responsibility. Yep, you're gaining more responsibility on the job. You can handle it. You may even be gaining more responsibility at home. Like I said, I did feel children energy, so that's another possibility too. And you guys got surrender to the silence. Definitely focus on meditating during this transit. I feel like you really need to focus on that, because a lot is going to be happening in your life, and you do need to find those moments of stillness throughout all of the craziness. Take responsibility. I just pulled the responsibility card for you, and now take responsibility. This is definitely signaling to your rise when it comes to your finances and your career. So your final message is lithium quartz, and this is a stone of peace. And this is a crystal you should wear, you should carry during this Jupiter and Capricorn transit. And it is one of calm, serenity, peace, and love, because it is great for those who suffer from anxiety and have those racing thoughts at night. You should put this crystal under your pillow to get restful sleep during your Jupiter Capricorn transit. So now we're moving on to pile 6. And you guys got green calcite, which is one of my favorites. And so even though I have a crystal for you in this pile, I feel like you need to work with green calcite as well. So you guys got Queen of Swords, uniqueness. So you're going to be standing out from the crowd, and it's because of a certain project you're working on, something you're doing on the job. I feel like it's very different from what your friends and family are doing or what they're into, and you're really thinking outside of the box. You're doing something that is gonna have legacy. It's going to be around for a while. People are going to be talking about it even when you're gone. I feel like you're really putting your foot into whatever industry you're working in. I feel like you're going to be well known for this. And that this Jupiter in Capricorn transit is just going to help with that. The giveaway. I strongly feel like it's something that you're working on, this project. You are. And I don't even feel like you're doing it for, fame and for accolades and, to get a pat on the back. I feel like you're doing this because you feel called to by the universe. It's like you're giving it back to the universe, this art or whatever you're working on. Cooperation. Just remember that yes, you're working on this. Yes, you're, you know, stepping outside the box and you're creating this, but you also have a team. I feel like you're not doing this alone. And so that is like one lesson that you're gonna have under this Jupiter and Capricorn transit, is one of teamwork, is working with the team, is listening to ideas and listening to critiques, being open to it. Surrender to complete healing. I feel like whatever you're working on is healing your inner child. It's removing past energy that kept you from expanding yourself and kept you from shining at your brightest. Offer support, release control. Exactly. Don't be afraid to lean on others for support at this time. Yes, you're accomplishing so much on your own, but that doesn't mean that you won't have a bad day, or you won't need an outsider's opinion. And your final card is Agarine, and this is a crystal of transformation, and it's also one of confidence. And you know, what I'm getting is that you need to carry this when you're going into job interviews, when you're going to showcases, when you're putting yourself out there into the world, just so it can calm you and it can get you in the right mindset. So pile 7, you guys got cleanse. So this Jupiter in Capricorn transit is going to be very cleansing. Creativity. You're going to be really into the arts. I feel like you're going to take up like a painting class, a drawing class. I see you you know, creating something with your hands. The child, awakening your inner child, just like the last pile. Commitment. I also feel like a commitment will deepen under this Jupiter and Capricorn transit. And if you are completely single, no one's in your atmosphere, you will meet someone that you will want to commit to, that, you know, that brings back that faith and hope in love and connections. Because I feel like you've been going on like some not so great dates if you're single, and once Jupiter is in Capricorn and you know, you put yourself out there and you're mixing and mingling, you're gonna really connect with someone. I feel like they might be older. I feel like they might even be a Capricorn. So next is surrender to non-action. So I feel like with this Jupiter and Capricorn transit, it's going to be very stop and then go, stop and then go. And you're just going to have to work with these vibes. You're going to have to move with that flow. And you know, when you are getting signs of no, or are getting signs of redirection, follow that, you know, follow that intuitively. Listen to what the universe and to what your guides are showing you. Next is say thanks in advance. So always be thankful for what comes your way. I feel like you're going to fall into some type of abundance towards the end of the Jupiter and Capricorn transit. And you know, you always need to stay grateful and humble when, you know, things fall into your lap. But I feel like something really big is going to happen towards the end of this transit. Your final card is Tiger Eye, and Tiger Eye is a Leo stone, but it is one of self-confidence, and it is one of healing that inner child and shining your light. And it's a great stone for you. I feel like going back to this Queen of Wands, you know, it's perfect for you. And you know what? Many of you that picked this pile might even be a Leo, is what I'm getting with this lion. But yeah. So now we're moving on to the final pile. And it is pile 8, and you guys got reunion. So you're reuniting with someone. I already felt like it's gonna be a past partner, and I also feel like reunions of old friends or a friend you had a falling out with. They're gonna come back into your life when Jupiter is in Capricorn. And you guys got the Ace of Pentacles, opportunities. You're also going to be attracting a lot of opportunities into your life. I feel like a past employer might reach out to you with a like higher paying job, a better benefits. Jaguar. So this is going to be your spirit animal under this transit. Look up the animal totem for Jaguar. Just go to Google, look it up. It's a very powerful guide. Release. So you're going to be releasing, past pain. That's probably why this past person comes back into your life, so you can just heal that situation for good. And it's going to be a beautiful time for you. Surrender to receiving support and love. So, you know, if someone comes back into your life, be open to it is what I'm getting. Even if you guys just decide to be friends or decide to not be friends or talk anymore, I feel like you need to be open to the process. So your next card is examine your eyesight. And what I'm getting from this examine your eyesight card is that you really need to create some type of game plan when it comes to your finances, but also when it comes to your life in general. I see that you need to create a vision board, like a Jupiter and Capricorn vision board of all that you want to accomplish by the end of this transit, because I feel like you can hit everything you write down or you put down on a board. So your final card is watermelon tourmaline, and this one is a crystal of yin and yang. It's about balance. It's about honoring the masculine side of yourself as well as the feminine. And so you can find jewelry of this, and you can also find it in certain crystal shops, but it's not that easy to find. But even if you can't find it in a local shop or online, print out a picture of this and put it in like your bag, your wallet, your pocket, your purse, whatever you carry. I feel like you need to keep this energy with you on a daily basis. So that is it for today's pick a card. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I hope you guys have an awesome Jupiter and Capricorn transit. And don't forget to like and subscribe to stay up to date on everything under the stars. Bye.